Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am Old Man 102 with the extra 2 just for Twitch. Alright, I just re-zipped up the map. Let me open up my external storage. Let me copy this and paste it over here. That's my backup copy. Alright, let's jump. Before I jump into the map, I'm going to jump into the base game real quick. Storage C, program files, Steam, Steam apps, common, Farm Sim 22 data, maps. I think it's the Alpine map. Let's jump in here really quick. I believe this map has a fishing dock. Or is it not this map? It is this map. Can we get part of this fishing dock? Is it one? It's one i3D. Crap. This is going to be too big for what I want. But I might be able to bury it. Can I bury part of it? No, I can't. Maybe I can. Let's take a look at this. Am I going to be able to bury part of it under the ground? This is definitely bigger than what I thought it was. Does any of the other base game maps have a fishing pier? Or a fishing dock? I've got an idea. Let's jump out of here. Let's get back into the 16x map. I want to get the decorations done at the hotel, and I want to get one of the boat splines in today. I'm tired of working on fields. So I had no motivation to work on this map today. I just did not feel like adding any more fields in. I was tired of painting grass. It's probably what we're going to end up working on. Alright, let's go scripts, 16x. I put one sell point in just so I can get some prices in when I go in and test. But I got, let me zoom out here. I'm going to put in one or two long skinny fields on this side. But this field here, these three fields are pretty big. They're probably the three biggest fields on the map so far. I think I have all the field markers in on those. Let me just take a quick peek. Yeah, so we have field 34, 33, the long skinny ones in the back. Big one is 32. And then we have 31 and 30. And then I'll probably put two long skinny fields here. And then on this side, I'm probably, now I have a train that runs through here. I don't have it underpainted yet, but I'll probably do one massive field on this side on the inside of the train tracks, and then probably another massive field on the outside of the train tracks. So this whole section here will probably just be two massive fields. But I wanted to work on a boat spline today, and I wanted to put it here because I want to make it a sell point as well. But I don't think I imported any buildings in for a sell point because I was not prepared to work on this today. Oh, I did bring some piers in. What do they look like? Or maybe I brought some piers in. Oh, no, that's the upright pier. Okay. Not the pier I was thinking of. Alright. It's been so long since I've worked on this. What does the watchtower look like? Oh, that's the fire watchtower. Yeah. That I've got a spot for. I just don't have it in the map yet. Water, water, water. Let's take a quick peek at this. Sorry, I'm just trying to refresh my memory. It's been so long since I've worked on this. Of what I imported into the map and what I didn't. Alright, I already used that. Alright. Let's head back to the hotel. We'll get some decorating done while I figure out what I want to do with the boat launch. And a sell point. But I needed something over here on this area. Oh, you know what? I might be able to use this for my boat launch. Just make it a little bit smaller. That's a thought. But over here, let me find the area where the hotel is. It's up here, so I know what transform group I am using. Alright, let's go File, Import, Documents, My Games, Mods. Sneaking Tooth 50 just subscribed. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in and saying hello. Let's go with maps, map US. New buildings. I want to bring a bench in. "100% love all your mods." Well, thank you very much. I enjoy building more than I do playing. Alright, we're going to throw that right there for a minute, but I'm going to put it in this transform group. Actually, let me create a new transform group really quick. Let me go edit, cut. Let me put it up here. And paste. And we'll call it decor. And I'm going to grab this bench. And we're going to go, let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, now let's go File, Import. What else did I bring in? The cypress tree. I enjoy playing and usually end up with only moving all your pallets around instead of actual field work. You can definitely spend a ton of time moving pallets around, that is for sure. Alright, what else did I bring in? I know I need I think that was the cypress. I need the flower pots. Let's bring those in. come up here. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Let's import in flower pot 2. I'll never do 30 greenhouses again. Come up here, so I'm going to go edit, cut, decor, and paste. Alright, what else do I have? So that was flower pot 2. I'll import in what I want to of the apple tree. I think I'm going to put in here as well. So that was flower pot 2. The hedges I shouldn't need. House we've already used. Lake I've used. What does the office look like? Oh, let's see. What does this building look like? This may be the other sell point I was wanting to use. Nope, I've already used that. I just got to delete some of these out because some of these I've already used. Yeah, next time we work on the map, I'm going to bring some new stuff in. Alright, I'm going to create something and then we're going to duplicate it. Let me take my speed down a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to create a new transform group. So let's go edit, cut, put it into core. And I'm going to put it right here so I can build onto it. And I'm going to take these 4 and I'm going to go edit, cut. I'm going to actually put them inside of this transform group. And we're going to have to move them one at a time. Where's that transform group? Right there. Alright, that'll work. So let's go, let's turn you to 0. So it's square to the world. No, it's not going to be square to the world because this is sitting at an angle. So let's turn this guy. Let me slide this transform group over a little bit. Uh-oh, I'm going to get a crash. Nope, maybe not. Let's slide this transform. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Slide this transform group back a little bit. I'm trying to get this bench square so we can build off of it. There we go. Now let's take the flower pot and we'll put it one on one side of the bench. And then we'll grab the cypress and we'll throw it in here. What does the other flower pot look like? Is that the empty one? It is not the empty one. Alright, let's grab this guy and we'll pull him over, get him centered. And we'll pull the cypress down a little bit. Get him centered in there. The second flower pot I may not use. I'm going to take it out of this transform group for a minute. Because I'm going to replicate this transform group. So this transform group will be by itself, where I can move all these around together. And we're going to take this concrete, where did it go? Oh, here. We're going to take this guy. Oh, I want to move this guy over here for a minute, just so I can get him over there by himself. Alright, so we're going to take this guy. I'm going to duplicate him. And then he's going to go over here. I'll try and get these guys sort of lined up. So they're a little bit even. And we're going to grab the cypress. Let's duplicate that. Let's bring that over here. And now I can move this whole transform group together, and we can create some more benches and stuff along here. Alright, so now I can duplicate that. And then I can bring it over. We can go like every other one. I should have started here, worked my way back. Alright, we're going to move these a little bit. Let's get one here. And then we'll move this guy over to this one. And then we'll move this guy over to this one. And then can I move this sign? Is this sign by itself? I can. So let's slide this guy out. And then let's grab this one. And let's bring it over to here. And then we can do the same thing on this side. So let's grab this one. And then it's going to go on this side. Yeah, this deck was just a little bit too plain. So I needed to build something for over here. And we'll get this will be a sell point at some point when I get all the sell point triggers in. Alright, and now we're going to let's take this guy. Let me make sure I got the whole transform group. I do. And we could just do some single flower pots. In between. And then if I decide to stream tomorrow night, if I have a little bit of time, depending on what time I get the grass cut, we may come in and work on this map a little bit tomorrow night. I don't anticipate getting any painting done tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the auto distribute for 22. I think that's why I don't like 22. I don't like the auto distribute. I still got to put trees on this island. Let me do... Let's do a quick save. Alright, I'm going to open up... let's go into my external storage. The ice cream factory. Let's open up the ice cream factory for a minute. Wish I know how to use Giant's editor like you do. All I do is play around, take things apart, and see how they're built. That's the way I learned. I want to grab this guy. Let's go File, Export Selection with Files, New Buildings, and this is the ice cream shop. Let's grab that. And I want to grab this guy. Oh, is the table separate from... It is. The umbrella is separate from the chair. So let's go File, Export. Let's go Umbrella. Let's export that guy. Let's take one of the closed ones. Let's go File, Export. Umbrella closed. Let's grab that guy. And then I want to grab the bistro set. Let's go File, Export. Let's grab the bistro set. That's all I should need out of here. We'll leave that open a second just to make sure we got all the textures transferred over. So, bistro set. Let's check this. And the textures did come over. Let me check the umbrella, make sure the textures came over as well. Not the one that's closed, the one that's open because it has a sign on it. Okay, so it did pull all the textures with it. I keep mine on a real-time and 7-day month with your mods. There is always something to do. Yeah, there is definitely always something to do. Alright, let's go... let's come over here. Alright. We're still in decor. We are. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in... the ice cream shop. And we're going to add it to decor. Now we're going to throw it over here. I'll probably throw one more on this side. And now we're going to grab, let's come down here. Let me grab another transform group. Come up here, I'm going to go edit, cut, and paste. And I'm going to drop it right there. We're going to call this one table set. So I'm going to go File, Import. I'm going to bring in the bistro set. I'm going to put it in this transform group. So I'm going to go Edit, Cut, Table Set, Edit, Paste. And I'm going to stick it right there, so it should put it on top of that transform group, and it did. I'm going to go File, Import. I'm going to bring in the umbrella. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's come up here. Let's go Edit, Cut, Table Set, Edit, Paste. And we're going to throw it in here. Now let's get this guy down. And I'm going to actually think I'm going to bury that so we only see the umbrella in the table. Let's try and get this guy centered. No, I may end up pulling that back up a little bit. That umbrella, no, I guess that umbrella doesn't look too low. Let's see how that looks with this stand under the table. I guess we can leave the stand up. Alright, so now I can move this whole set together as one transform group. And we're going to create one more with the closed umbrella. So I'm going to take this table set, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to rename it table set closed. And we're going to slide it over a little bit. And I'm going to take this umbrella out. Now let's go File, Import. Let's bring in the closed umbrella. Let's go Edit, Cut. Let's come up here. And let's paste that in. And let's get this guy down. Does that umbrella look centered? Yep, that umbrella looks centered. Now, if this works like I think it should, we could take this table set. I should be able to go Control B and make it free floating. And I should be able to pop some of these in like so. And then we should be able to do the same with the other set. So we'll take the closed set and I'll do the same thing. I'll go Control B as in boy. It makes it free floating. And we should be able to pop some of these in. And we'll see if they're level. They should all be level. They are. Yeah, this area was just too empty. It was missing something. Now I'm going to, let's close that transform group. I'm going to create another transform group. Let's bring it back up here. Let's go edit, cut, island 1, paste. I'm just going to throw it over here. We're going to call it trees. Now I should have an apple tree. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, now we have some apple trees. I wanted to put some apple trees up here, but I may make this a little bit bigger. Let's go back to 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, that's better. So let me just get my camera spun around. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. Control B, it's going to make it free floating. And we're going to put some, just instead of the regular map trees, I wanted to get some apple trees in here. Just to make it look a little bit different. Let's get one there. Let's get a couple along here. And then let's get a couple over on this side. We duplicate that one because I like where it's sitting. I'll make this one free floating so I can grab it again. So let's go here, here, here. Alright, that should be good. So we have some trees here. I haven't put any parked cars in yet. We could, you know what we could do today? We can get a couple of the pedestrian splines in. But I want to put one more path in real quick. Yeah, I'm going to remove some grass. I want to put a path in real quick. So let me go to, okay, we're on round. Let's go to dirt. And let me come down. Okay, we're on meadow. And let me make sure that we're on subtract. We are. Let's make my circle much smaller. Yeah, I think we're going to get one of the pedestrian splines in here, but I need another path coming through here. Let me take out the, you know what, let me take out the grass first, and I can always put the, why are you not erasing? Meadow, harvest ready. Is this not meadow? Oh, because I'm not on the right one. I'm going to erase the grass because it's much easier to see putting the dirt in. And then we can put the grass back. So let's limit it to grass. Oh, that's not the right one. Because I am using deco foliage. Nope, not deco foliage. Deco foliage. Small dense mix. Yeah, so we can put the grass back. And then we'll do the same thing. So let's take some of it out. We'll push our path in. And then we'll put the grass back. And then same thing. I just want to get a path going over here so I can have a loop so I can put people in. So let's take some of this out. Let's go back to dirt. And we'll come around like this. And then we could put this grass back in. Now it gives me an extra path for people to walk. I'll come over here. I need to make a loop. Let me do this. Let's change this up a little bit right here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let's get rid of the ground. Let's come up here. I'm going to put a loop in over here. So let's grab our dirt path, and we'll come around this way. Oh, I don't like that. Too big. Let's go a little bit smaller. And then let's go back to grass, put our grass back in. And then over here, you know what, let's grab this cypress tree. Let's grab one of the cypresses. I'm going to duplicate that. We are going to go edit, cut. Let's put it in with the trees. And let's come over here. Let's throw it in here. Now let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's go like 3, 3, and 3. Yeah. And let me make this guy free floating. Well, let's try that again. Control B. There we go. Let's put some along there. Let's put some along here. And let's just throw 1 or 2 on this side. And then over here, let's go to deco foliage. Let's grab some daylilies. Now let's put a little garden in here. And then we'll move 1 cypress tree in. It's over here in the middle. Alright, now, pedestrian spline. Let me do a quick save. I may have to import a pedestrian spline in from another map. I don't know if I have one in here yet. Alright, let's come up top for a minute. Let's close fields, splines. So we do have a pedestrian spline. Perfect. It has density of 2, width of 2. Where is it? It's not my spline. It was a spline in the base map, I believe. I don't think I have a pedestrian spline in the map. I think it's under the map. I just want to be sure. How is traffic splines just like, yeah, well, traffic, they have a different user attribute than the pedestrian splines. The traffic splines have a different set of user attributes than a pedestrian spline does. But I believe this guy is under the map. I don't think I've put any pedestrian splines in this map yet. Yeah, this is under the map. We can actually use that spline. So we're going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to take this spline. So this has to stay all zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This main transform group. This guy we can move. I'm just going to drop him here a minute. And it's not even centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go create a spline. We're going to come up here. I'm going to go edit, cut. I'm going to put it in here. Because this spline, okay, I'm going to have to copy the user attributes over to this spline. So let me do this real quick. Let me create a new folder on my desktop. It's going to be folder 3. I'm going to take this spline. Let me go File, Export Selection with Files, Desktop, folder 3. I'm just going to call this spline. And then I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to open it up with Notepad++. And then we're going to take this spline here. And we're going to go... so the first one is a float. So the first one is a float. And it's going to be width. The second one is going to be a string. So I'm going to copy that. And we're going to go string. And we're going to add that in. Third one is going to be a float. I'm going to copy that. We're going to go float. And we're going to add that in. So the density is, we can change this later, but right now I'm going to go 0.02. The group name is going to be standard, if I did this correctly. And then the width is going to be 2. And that should copy everything like the old spline. So the old spline, 0.02 standard, width of 2. The new spline density, group name standard, width of 2. So now they are identical. So I could take this one and delete it out. We could take this new spline and I can drop it here and we can work off of this new spline because we just duplicated it from the old spline. So where do I want to start it? Let's start it over here. I'm going to have them walking in the middle of the road, but that's alright. You're going to have to drive around them. I guess we could pull them over to one side. And it doesn't matter if you pull the S around to the end, the start around to the S is for start, E is for end. It doesn't matter which one you work with. Let me take my speed down a little bit. So it doesn't matter. We're going to pull the start around to the end. Just need to grab that point. And I think it's insert. It is. We're going to have him walk up through this opening in the where this car parking spot is. Then we'll go in game and see if I put this spline in correctly. So I haven't done splines in a long time. Oh, we got to raise it up a little bit. To come up off into the come up onto this concrete, so their legs don't end up in the ground. Now we can pull. I did. So if this spline works out well, I have another spline I want to put in. Now, where do I want to go? Do I want him to go between the bushes? Yeah, let's get him going between the bushes. Drive around. You just mean moving targets for my truck. Yeah, because I'm going to have a sell point back here at some point. And then I will definitely import everything I need to work on the boat splines tomorrow night. I'm hoping I can stream for about an hour, or at least an hour tomorrow night. But we're going to test, before we put another spline in, we're going to test this one. We're going to jump in game and see how this one is first. Alright, let's go there. Work our way towards this path here. I don't like sharp bends. I'm going to end up with a sharp bend over here a little bit. Yeah, let's go along here. Okay, so the ground elevation is a little bit off over here. Let me delete that one. Let me just pull that back a little bit. Now, what's my ground height over here? Let's go up to. I'm gonna lose my point. Alright, I'll come back and adjust the ground here in a minute after I get the spline in. As long as their feet don't go in the ground, we'll be alright. I'll come back and adjust the ground there a little bit. Just glad you're able to stream again. I know you had issues and just got back. Yeah, I just got the internet hooked up at the new place last week, but tonight's the first night that I've actually had a little bit of time to get anything done. So I'm closer to work now. I was living with a buddy, and he was an hour away from where I work. But now I'm only 15 minutes away from work. But the place I am renting, I made a deal with the owner. It's a fixer-upper. So I made a deal with the owner for a couple months free rent. And I do all the labor. They supply all the materials. So the bathroom needs to be painted. The kitchen needs, like every single room in the house needs to be painted. The bathroom needs a new window, so I'm going to put a replacement window in the bathroom. I'm going to put all new linoleum flooring in. And then indoor-outdoor carpeting on the sun porch. They're supplying all the materials. I'm doing all the labor. So I've been super busy getting this place ready to live in, and I've only been sleeping here for like the last 3 nights. And I finally had the internet hooked up on Thursday night. I really like my commute now too. Bed to computer, about 50 feet, but soon we'll be moving, and then would be only about 10 feet. Yeah, unfortunately, I still didn't have to work full time. So my commute went from an hour. Oh, I hit the wrong button. So my commute went from an hour going to work at 4 a.m. with no traffic, and an hour and a half, about an hour and 20 minutes driving home with traffic. Now from parking lot to driveway at the new place, it's only 15 minutes. Yeah, I got to do a little bit of terraforming over here. Now, what key is it to close the loop? It's either C or Control C. I can never remember. Alright, let's try and get these lined up. Let me take my speed down a little bit so I can get these guys lined up. Now, is it C or Control C? It's not C. Oh, is it Control O? No. What is it to close the loop? Shift C? No. Crap. I think I had it bookmarked. Key bindings. What is it to close the loop? Oh, it's the O, letter O. That closes the loop. Used to be a tour bus driver. I would have to leave home by 2 a.m. to make my first pickup at 6 a.m. Only good thing was done by noon on those days if the border wasn't busy. Alright, so that's the first loop. I'm not gonna make the spline invisible until we give this a quick test. So let me rename this Island, Hotel Island. And then let's save this. We're gonna jump in game really quick just to check out this spline. If it's okay, we're gonna put a couple more splines in. And I think I need to get one more gas pump trigger working. So I think I only put the one gas trigger in. Let me check something real quick. Placeables. Yeah, I only have the one gas trigger in, so we have to add another gas trigger in because that's another thing that I keep forgetting about. But let's jump in here real quick. Not going to do a full map tour tonight because I want to get as much done as I can. But let's grab the blank 16x and let's let that load. See if this spline is going to throw any errors. Now, it is a 16x map with a shit ton of placeables built in, so it does take a little bit to load the first time. Alright, so I don't think the spline is throwing any errors. But let's grab ourselves a pickup truck. Let's go blue. For absolutely no reason. And let's head back to the hotel. Yeah, I don't have the traffic splines. The traffic splines are still visible because I have to put all of the AI splines in. Which way do we want to go? Let's go back this way. I play mainly 16x maps, 4x if it's really good. Yeah, I cannot play any base game sized maps. They're all too small. I'll do 4x or 16x. Here, I'll just drive along this field. These fields are going to be massive. The amount I play get bored regular maps in a couple days, yeah. Definitely. I don't do a lot of playing off. I don't do any playing off camera. The only little bit of playing I get is what I record for the YouTube series. But if you look at the map real quick, this is what's... So we have 34 fields in so far. Everything in blue I still have to finish. Everything that's not blue is already done. We're going to take the long way around just so you get a feel for the size of some of these fields. Let me cross the railroad tracks. I still have to put all the train crossings in. But let's head back this way. I've got nothing back here to teleport to. I don't have the sell point in yet. So if you like big maps with gigantic fields, you're going to love this map. If you hate big maps with big fields, you're going to hate this map. But I left plenty of grass to mow around each field. Love what you're seeing already? Yeah, this map's going to be epic. Get your big equipment ready now. You're going to need it. Now there's one change I may make, and I haven't made 100% decision yet. Is the map's going to have 5 railroad silos. One in the center of the map on top of the mountain, and then one on the northeast, south, and west sides of the map. I'm thinking of connecting all of the railroad silos together. So if you put something into the railroad silo on the top of the mountain in the center of the map, you can take it out at any of the other railroad silos on the map. I use regular size equipment, but I've got to teach myself how to use courseplay. Alright, so how does this pedestrian spline look? We're going to have to add a little bit more. We're going to have to add more people to it. What do we have? One guy walking around. Let me turn my speed mod on. So there's only one guy walking around. So we got to bump up the density a little bit. Alright, yeah, there's only one guy walking. Oh, there's two. Alright, so we have to bump up the density. There's 3. So there's only 3 people walking around. Alright, while we're here, I'll give you a quick tour of the main farmyard. And then we'll come back into the editor real quick. I got to get all of the railroad crossings in. Don't like that idea, but I want to be able to transport it. But I'm only 1 out of thousands. Yeah, I haven't made a 100% decision yet whether I want to do individual railroad silos, which is better for multiplayer, or if I want to connect all the railroad silos together, where they'll all be interconnected. So right now I have them set up as single use only. But since we're in here, I'll give you all a quick tour. So back this way, I have a secondary farm for multiplayer. Or if you don't like the main farmyard, you can use this as your main farm. So, but there's a secondary farm set up right here. There will be a water fill trigger right here. I just don't have it in yet. So secondary farm right here. This is, oh yeah, this one, right bridge. This is refining island. So it has 3 oil wells built in. And the diesel refinery. So this I've named Refining Island. Well, if you ever want to learn courseplay, I'll be glad to learn it. If you need someone to make an auto drive course for you, yeah, I have no idea how to use courseplay or auto drive. I got to make this bridge a little bit smaller and make this road a single width instead of a double width. So I got a little bit of work to do on this road yet. On that bridge. Down here, again, I have to put the train crossings in. This is one of the railroad silos. So this one, I have the triggers into this one. So this one you can transfer from train to truck or truck to train. I have the stone processing plant here. And then I actually have an actual stone pit. So these are actual stones for the stone processing plant. And then once you scoop all this off the ground, you have a stone mine way back here that you can activate. So this is the stone mine and the stone pit and stone processing. And then we work our way back towards the center of the map. Love the stone pits better than the other way. You just add diesel and water. Alright, so working our way back towards Center Mountain. Right now I have this designated as a placeable area, but I may use this to put more factories in. But right now it's a placeable area. And then over this way I built in fishing. So you have fish processing, the hatcheries built in, and Wonder Worm is built in. I have the slaughterhouse built in, and the hen house is built in. And then we have, come out this way, down and buried in the woods back there is Mammoth Mill and the Carpentry Mill. They're built in. This is the sand mine and sand pit. And then over here there's a back, I call this, oh, let me cross, oh, I can't get through there. I put a river in. I'm calling this the back entrance to the main farmyard. So this is field 1. This is the smallest field on the map. We're up here by the main farmyard. So that's the smallest field on the map. Yeah, I've ended up in that river already, jumping in here to test stuff because I forgot it was there. But up here on the main farmyard, we have the greenhouses are built in. The vineyard is built in. The olive orchard is built in. Composter is built in. We have a pig pen, the cow barn, the horse barn, the sheep barn. Papa Smurf gave me permission to put his TMR and pig food mixer in. This bunker works. if you want to do silage. We have the fertilizer maker built in, the seed makers built in, a massive silo complex is built in, and then some chicken pen, some storage for vehicles. The main farmyard is up here, and when we cross the bridge on this side, I'm going to leave this a grass meadow for you to put placeables down. And then we have bale storage here. These doors should work. So there's extra storage here. This door should work. And we have a repair center. So repair shop right here. And then I call this the main entrance to the farm, because this will get you close to the vehicle shop and the animal dealer. One question about the vineyard and the olive grove: could you make it fill pipe so that when unloading the trailer, I can raise the fill pipe up a little bit. And then, so I built in 3 apiaries right here. And then down this way was the vehicle shop, the animal dealer, and then all the sell points should be down along here. I don't have the triggers in yet. So we'll have some sell points along here. Vehicle shop is here. There should be a back entrance. Did I put the back entrance in? I did. So there's a back entrance that comes out this way if you don't want to deal with the traffic. Animal dealer is here. This trigger's in and working. And then this will be a sell point for grain. This will be a sell point for your wood chips and logs. And then we have the supermarket. This should be the only sell point I have working. So this sell point is in. I needed one sell point in the map so I could test the missions. And then on top of the mountain, train I'm going to make longer. I just put 3 cars on it just to test it. This one is the gravel cave. So you have your mine way back there after you scoop all the gravel up. And then on this side, we have, I think that's the nickel mine and salt mine. So another salt cave on this side. back up, turn around. And then, yeah, nickel on that side. Train crossings. It's going to take me a couple hours to get all the train crossings done. But that silo works. You can load by train or truck. Transfer from train to truck right there. I have a little secondary farm yard up here if you want to live on top of the mountain. There's some vehicle storage, chicken pen, and another house up here. This will go back to, there's going to be a water fill trigger right here. And then I should have copper mine, copper pit, copper mine here. And then on this side, we have this silt. So silt mine and silt pit up here. And then this will be the observation tower up here. This will be a cell point. So we'll have a cell trigger up here somewhere. I was wondering about those. I never even thought about when you have this after you scooped it all up. Yeah, after you scoop it all up, then you can just put water and diesel and it'll make some more. And then over on this side, we should have the coal and the ore. But yeah, you'll be scooping here for months. These are massive pits. And then after you scoop all of this out, you can throw in, after you buy it, you can throw in your water and diesel to get your ore, a little bit of clean fill, and a little bit of silver ore out of it. Probably going to raise the prices on those a little bit. I haven't adjusted those yet. And then on this side, you have the coal mine, and the coal mine is massive as well. So that goes in pretty deep. But that's the map so far. Let's get out of here and get some more pedestrian splines in. Nope, wrong one. One of these days we'll get this finished. Alright, so this pedestrian spline, right now the density is 0.2. Let's take it to 0. Let's just go 0.2. And then when we come back in to test it, we'll see if we need to bump that up a little bit more so a few more people are walking around. But over here, let's take this spline. Let's create a new spline. We'll have to put the user attributes back in. Let's come back up here. I should close some of these transform groups. Let me get the spline moved. Let's go edit, cut, pedestrian spline, and paste. Let me close this. Let me close the water. Yeah, that's much better. And we're going to have to do the same thing here. We're going to have to put the user attributes back in. So I'm going to go copy this. And the first one is a float. Next one is going to be a string. This one is going to be a float. And then we'll throw our values in. So this one I don't want a lot of people walking around. So this one I'm actually going to go 0.02. Standard. And then what was the width? 2. So I want two wide. No, you know what? I only want 1 wide. We're only going to have 1 person walking and not 2 people like side by side. So let's take this spline and let's throw it here. I just want a few people walking around the patio. Let me take my speed down a little bit. So let's grab the start point and we'll pull some people walking around here a little bit. And then we'll loop them around. Let's bring them over this way. And then we'll start bringing them back. Come down this way. Time is at 8 o'clock. I'll probably go for about another half an hour and then get out of here for the night. So I do have work in the morning. Let's come around this way. And then try and line these ends up a little bit. Oh, let me take my speed down a little bit further. So I can line these up a little bit. Alright, and then we should be able to close that loop. Alright, and then So we get that loop in. I want to get one more loop. Well, two more loops. Really enjoyed the tour. Can't wait to play it. I can't wait to get it done so we can play on this map. I want to get one person walking around the observation tower. Alright, well, I'm going to call this one Hotel Deck. Let's create another spline. Let's edit, cut, and paste. I'm just going to drop it right there a second. We got to put the user attributes in. So the first one is a float. Second one is a string. Third one is density, and it's a float. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna go 0.02 because I only want like one person walking around up here. Group was group name, and let's go width of just 1. And I'll take my speed back down. Hoping this deck is flat, so this will go in a little bit easier. How do I want to start this? Let's turn it this way. Let's get this loop closed. Alright, so we have that loop closed. We'll come in and test that one. I want to get one more spline in. Oh, group name wasn't standard? Did I mess that up? Oh, it is standard. You are correct. Good catch. Good catch. Did I get the other one right? I did. Alright, one more spline down here in town. still have all the parked cars to put in. So let's create one more spline. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Just drop it right there for now. I'm going to change this one to observation, so I know it's the observation deck. This one we're going to call town 1 in case I put a second one in. So this will be town 1. Video editor, so I can try and catch things as it happens, and then I know what to clip or take out. Alright. Let's grab this guy. So it's a float. This guy is a string. This one is a float. Alright, so the density, let's go with 0.5. We can come back in and change it. Standard. And then this one I want a width of 2. Where do I want to start this one? Let's come over here. In the middle of the sidewalk. And it doesn't matter if we pull the start to the end or the end to the start. But I think this one, we're going to go straight down the sidewalk. And we'll go straight across the bridge. Now we may have to. I may either have to adjust the bridge a little bit, or adjust. I may pull the bridge down instead of raising the height of the spline. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Yeah, so we're going to have to pull that down. I'll fix this after I get the spline in. I'll lower this sidewalk a little bit, so their legs are not in the ground. Bowling alley will be a sell point. Oh, a little bit too far. Let's pull that back a little bit. Come down along here. I want to get this gas station trigger in. This is the one I keep forgetting to put in. Probably going to finish this spline up and then call it a night because I do have work tomorrow. Now, here's where I'm going to walk them alongside of the road. So we're going to bring them out and start curving them back. Oh, why do I keep doing that? It's going to be a fuel cell point as well. Yeah, we could buy fuel on the front and we can sell fuel on the back. So we could put the fuel trigger in and the cell trigger in. Now, do we want to get them? Let me take this out, Let's give you some people to run over. I've been wanting to design a mod that has a max amount of product to sell at certain places for a set amount of time. That would be interesting. I'm going to definitely make the economy harder on this map than the Ritchie's Creek map. Like the bowling alley will take 5 pallets of beer and then have a cutoff or a cooldown. Be interesting to see how it's coded. Yep, and then time passes and can sell again. That would be definitely interesting to see if you can code it. I have all the AI splines to put in yet. They're going to be a pain. I know was talking about a lease to own mod and started to learn how to code it, and then I saw a few days ago someone released one. I did not see that release. Oh, I don't know how to code. I can do the factory script, that's about it. Alright, let's get them across the road to this side. So you can have people to run over with your truck. Oh, come on. Now, do I want to bring them around the school? You know what? Yeah, I guess we can bring them around the school. Alright, let me get out of the tree so I can see. Oh, come on. And then we'll cross the road one more time so you can run them over. Because even I enjoy running the pedestrians over when I play. Alright. And then let's get this guy lined up. Let's close that loop. Can I get one around the church? So if I start here, we can come around this way. I'd have to bring them up this sidewalk, so they'll be walking on top of each other. Around here, through the playground, and then around the church. You know what? I'll save that project for tomorrow night. We'll get one more. I'll get one more loop around the church. Let's save this. We're going to go in and look at these splines really quick, and then I'm going to call it a night and get out of here so I can get to bed and get up for work tomorrow. Alright, let's jump in here real quick. Alright, let's delete save game 7. Let's jump back in. You say work, I hear sick day. No, I took a sick day today because I just needed a day to myself. Can't take 2 days off in a row. But I'm not working any overtime this week, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, straight 8, and I leave, so it won't be too bad. I'll probably walk into 50 emails tomorrow. Oh, I should have turned that on earlier. Alright, so let's do this. Let's teleport over. What do I have over there? We have the ice house over here. So let's visit the ice house. Alright, I've got way too many people on that spline. So we got to adjust that number. Oh, because I made it too wide. I just got to bring the number of people down. Yeah, that's way too many people. Alright, let's see if we can get up near the observation tower. What do I have close on the mountain I could teleport to? The chicken coop, I guess. Let's go check out the observation tower. Do we have one person walking around up here? We should only have one. Alright, so that spline is fine. What do I have back there I could teleport to? This guy's going to move. I don't have the train completely finished yet. All those teleport points will be where the train stations are. Where's the security uniform? Dixieland, old man was playing hooky today. Yeah, I did. It's the first day I've called off sick since I've started there, so I was due for one. Where is this guy? Alright. So the spline where the ice cream tables are. We've got one guy walking around there. I'm going to bump this one up just a little bit. Alright, so I got only one person on that spline, so I got to adjust that number, and I got to take this number down a little bit, because there's too many people walking around on this one. Alright, let's make some adjustments, and we'll come back in real quick. Doctor will not let you go back. So I follow his advice. Yeah. Alright. So, Town 1. Let's go 0.2. The hotel deck, we were 0.02. Let's go 0.07. We'll see what that does. And then the hotel island, that's the big spline, correct? There's too many people on that one. So let's go um, let's go 0.1 just to see what that does. Let's save that. Too bad you can't hire them. You got a tractor for them to drive. One more quick test and I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Alright. Jump back in here. Save game 7. Yeah, next time we come in, I'm going to work on getting the boat ramp in. Well, we got to do some terraforming to drive down into the boat area, and then we'll get the boat spline in. So I want to put a sell point down there as well. So let's teleport. Where was I? Over here to the ice house. Still way too many people on this spline. Alright, so we gotta take the town. Well, maybe not. Yeah, still way too many people on this spline. So we gotta take this way down. Observation tower. Oh, that only had one. I didn't make any changes to the observation tower. There should only be one. Where the heck did I go? Wrong chicken coop. Top of the mountain. Observation tower should be fine. I didn't make any adjustments to this one. Should be one person walking around up here. And then let's go back here. Really want passenger mod to come out so I can get a bus service working. Tried not to teleport and prefer to call a ride and go where you need to. Well, I teleport when I test. I try not to teleport when I play. Alright, this spline's a little bit better. There's not as many people walking around. Yeah, that one's a little bit better. Do we have, how many people do we have walking around the tables now? 2. That's good. I gotta come over here and terraform this a little bit. Alright, yeah, this spline I like. So the town spline has way too many people on it. Let's go back to the ice house. Yeah, this has way too many people walking around. So let's make one more adjustment on the town spline. I even try not to use tab. I tend not to use tab, but I usually end up tabbing through the vehicles. There is a mod out that allows you not to tab through the vehicles. That one I think I did see. Alright, so the hotel island we are 0.1. Town we are 0.2. So let's take the town back down to 0.1. Let's save that. You have a good night. I'm gonna get going and cool off. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of here in like 2 minutes as soon as I check out this town spline one last time. But yeah, much appreciated. I'll be out of here in about 2 minutes myself. Let's jump back in here really quick and just check out that town spline. And then tomorrow I'll put it. Next time we work on the map, I'm going to get one more spline around the church. And that should be all the pedestrian splines done. It's going to take me about 2 or 3 days to get all of the AI splines in the map. Alright, let's hit up that ice house and see if this spline is any better. Let me turn my speed mod on. Still a little heavy. Well, maybe not. Yeah, still a little heavy. So I'll cut this back a little bit more. Yeah, that's way too many people. Did I save that when I changed it? Or did I change it and not save it? Yep, I know I did save it. So let's go 0.05. Let's save that. Let's try it one more time. Alright, now y'all got me excited about getting this map done. I'm not getting any work done on the house, but we're working on the map. I've got to get the kitchen. I have to get the dining room and the kitchen done. So right now I can't cook anything. I'm living on frozen dinners. So I won't be able to work on the map again until Sunday. Alright, let's try that one more time. Let's try that again. Continue easy 16x. I have about another hour's worth of I've got one more section of railroad track I have to underpaint, so that's going to take me about an hour to an hour and a half to do. I'll do that off camera. Alright, let's see if this is any better. Let me turn my speed mod on now. Let's teleport our butts over to the ice house. That's, well, still heavier than I want, but definitely much better than what it was. Oh no, I can live with this. Yeah, that's much better than what it was. Is that sign in the road? I gotta push that sign back a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. And then Dixie's not gonna like this field out here. It is just mass. These three fields over here, 30, 31, and 32, are massive. But I'm going to get out of here. Let's quit. Let's get out of here. Oh, wait, hang on. I want to look at something. I put one sell point in to see if our contracts will come up. So, field 5. Oats in field 5. Oh, to the seed master. I have to turn that off. To the seed master. Okay, so I've got to, and to the refinery. Okay. Why is the refinery and the seed master coming up as sell points? They're not supposed to. I'm glad I looked at this. We should have one sell point in the map working. The supermarket. These contracts right now should only be for the supermarket because it's the only sell point in the map. So why is the seed master and the refinery coming up as a sell point? Dixieland, good night, y'all. Let me look at, I've got to look at something really quick before I get out of here. Let's go to, let's close that, let's close that. 16x placeables. Refinery was one of them. Hide from prices menu true. It should not be coming up as a sell point for missions. So why are they coming up for missions on this map, but they're not coming up for missions on the Ritchie's Creek map? What is the difference? Appears on stats false, extension false. What am I missing? What is missing? I'll figure this out tomorrow because I really do have to get out of here. Documents, My Games, Farm Sim 22, Ritchie's Creek, Placeables. Let's look at the coal mine. Can be sold true, can be sold false. Selling appears on stats true, supports extension true. Why is it coming up? I gotta see what I'm missing in a line of code that they're coming up for missions. Let me look at one other thing really quick. Let me go to Ritchie's Creek, Maps, Map US, Placeables, Coal Mine. Nope, since version 2. And then on the new map, I have them as since version 2. Why are they coming up as a mission? I'm going to have to sleep on that and try and figure out why they're coming up as a mission. Did I miss anything up here? Coal mine. Can be sold false. Show in store false. Shared throughput capacity is false. Where's that at? Productions. Top line of productions. Maybe I need to add that line in. Shared throughput capacity. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. That's a problem for another night, but I'm going to throw y'all on ending soon. I got to figure out why our placeables are coming up under missions. That's gonna bother me tonight. Good night, y'all. I will catch y'all probably not until Sunday.